Welcome to YOUCANIC. In this video we're going to go over the steps on how to troubleshoot a Mercedes with an air suspension that's very stiff. So this problem can affect any Mercedes-Benz with airmatic suspension. Here we have an S-Class, but it could be an issue on an E-Class, GL, ML, and other models that have air suspension. So the first thing you might notice is that the button that's for sport and comfort, the light there might stay on all the time. Sometimes you might get an error on the instrument cluster that says that there's a airmatic problem, but in this case there's no error on the display there at all other than the red light here. So what you want to do first is you want to read the codes, and we're going to go over the codes in this case and look at some of the most common issues and go over those and explain them. So you need a scanner that can read Mercedes-Benz codes, and you want to go to System selection, then you're going to go to suspension, press OK. Then you want to go to read codes, and then you can see here check component, left rear solenoid valve in assembly Y53, left rear exit damping valve unit is faulty. So we're going to take a look at see where that is and explain what goes wrong. What that code points to is to faulty valve right here. These are also called ADS valves. ADS stands for Adaptive Damping System. So what these do is switch between comfort and sport. But if there is an issue with one of them, typically the valve itself is faulty or the wiring is corroded or damaged, what the vehicle will do is it will put the suspension in like emergency mode, a sport mode. It's not the typical sport mode, because if you have the vehicle in sport mode, it's not going to be as stiff. When it goes in this mode where there is an issue with these valves, it's extremely stiff. So these valves right here, they can go bad. If they go bad, you can see it's mounted right here. You have one on the other side, you have them on the front as well if your vehicle has ADS. And here you can see the old one, we have removed it. What you could do is you can disconnect this connector. It plugs in right over here. You can see where it plugs in right there. It goes along with the ABS with spill sensor. You have this clip. It's a little clip right there. You pop that off and then you pull these two out. You want to check that because sometimes that can get corroded. The other thing that you could do is once you unplug it, you'll see there is 3 pins right there. What you can do is you can measure the resistance between these 3 pins. It should be either 11 ohms or 22 ohms. So check that, because if you get 0 in one of those readings or no continuity, then you know that the problem is this or the valve right there. You can see this air strut is upside down just for demonstration purposes, but the sad part is that the whole air strut needs to be replaced. Sometimes it could be a corrosion issue, but that's not always the case. So maybe you will be able to remove this cap and check it, but there's no guarantees that that's going to work. In most cases you're going to replace the whole unit. And then in this case though, even though we have a code for this this valve right there, you can see that's brand new, replaced, we're still getting that code. And like I said, the next thing you're going to check is this connection right here, and that comes right over here. So you can see the rear seat, you can see the connection comes right there, and then from here it goes to the airmatic control unit that in this case is in under the passenger footwell. So let's take a look at that. So right here we have the airmatic control module, or this is also known as N51. The other thing, like in this case where you check the resistance of the ADS or damping valves and the resistance is fine, in this case we replace it, we know it's definitely fine. You check the connection, you're still getting a code, meaning like there is an issue to that valve back there. The next thing you want to check is the these wires. Now in this case we know that the wires come to this connector right here, and all of them are going to come to this connector, but you have to know which one is which, and that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because you'll need the electrical wiring diagram for that. But you can unplug that, and then in this case you can also check the the colorings, because these wires have unique colors, so you can check the wires back there at the connection, and then you come here, and then these 3, 1, 2, 3 are the wires for that left rear ADS valve. So what we did there is we tapped the connection with these alligator clips. You disconnect the ADS valve or your shock, the rear shock, from that connection back there, and then you connect these alligator clips. So these wires basically go through the wire harness, and then they come back through here. And then what you want to do is you want to check the continuity between, let's say, black, and then we connected the black over here, and then you should be able to use a multimeter. You would connect one lead over here to your black, and then you'll connect the other one to the black wire right here, and then you should hear that beep or 0 reading as far as resistance. So that's 15 right there. You can see, so basically the wire through the car and it's coming back here, so we know that wire is fine. Then you'll do the same thing with the other 2 wires. So, and we have done that, and this wire is fine, so there's no issue, there's no damage there. So the last thing in this case, even though the code is showing a faulty ADS valve for the left rear shock, the issue is the control unit itself. So it could have a bad contact inside. You could potentially open this up and check all the connections in there. They're pretty inexpensive, so we're gonna replace this with a used one. But that's it. As far as, you know, if you have a Mercedes that has a really stiff suspension, this is the most likely cause will going to be that shock, one of the shocks, and in order to find out which one is going to be the issue, you need to read the codes, because otherwise you're just guessing. And even in this case, the code is telling you it's that back there. We have checked that, we have even replaced it, we checked the wire, and it's neither of them. So the last thing is airmatic module itself. It's important also to read the codes, because even though this is the most likely cause, one of the air shocks is damaged, or the ADS valve in them is damaged. Sometimes the issue could be one of the ride level sensors, those that measure the height of the vehicle. Sometimes they can get bent, damaged, or they just come loose, and what happens, the car raises up to the top, and then right there you can get really stiff suspension as well with that issue. So it's important, you're going to have a code for that if that's the case. So read the codes. If you need help with that, follow our guide or video on how to read Mercedes-Benz codes. You can't use just a generic OBD2 scanner. You need a scanner that's going to be able to read codes from the Mercedes-Benz control units. But that's it. Thank you for watching.